Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here. Very warm welcome to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul, and it's fantastic to have all of you over here. Today is Thursday at 4 because I have some things lined up on Friday at 4, so that's why I thought why not to conduct Thursday at 4. और उसका दूसरा कारण ये भी है, मार्केट में बहुत ही उठा पटक हुई है आज के दिन में. There has been a huge movement in the market on either side. That is where what we can see, and so it is important for us to note that what is happening around and what is the market looking like, and that's why I am here. So हम देखेंगे Neo Wave perspective से, and this webinar is exclusively live on Zoom at 4. And अगर आपको इसका वर्जन देखना है, आपने बाद में वापस रिफर करना है, तो इट्स देयर ऑन माय ऐप आशीष क्याल ट्रेडिंग गुरुकुल. वहां पे मेनू में फ्री मटेरियल सेक्शन में है. And if he's on the YouTube, this is only there for a limited period, only a limited part of it. The entire version is not there. So now Gaurav Narmare is saying, sir, your levels of Nifty of 19,620 to 600 works amazingly well. Yes, these levels. So there are certain important aspects that happen in today's market movement. बहुत ही interesting था. Morning में first half बाइंग था, दैट इज व्हाट वी वर एक्सपेक्टिंग, और गैप अप होके ऊपर गया, बट देन इट डिड नॉट सस्टेन. सो ऊपर का जो लेवल मैं देख रहा था 19830 का लेवल था, बट इट डिड नॉट सस्टेन अबाउट दैट लेवल फॉर एन आवर. 15 मिनट सस्टेन हो गया, 1 आवर में नहीं सस्टेन कर पाया, एंड इट स्टार्टेड कमिंग डाउन. फ्रॉम दैट टाइम there was not a single candle which attempted on an hourly time frame to go back on the upside. So 1 hour time frame becomes very, very important, and that's why looking at the markets on an hourly time frame is crucial, along with 15 minutes, of course. So it has a balance between the 15 and an hourly time frame, both of those things. That is one thing. Second thing that you have to understand is very clearly that as soon as that support level of 19,720 was broken, which I mentioned in the morning as an important support, agar hum mera Twitter follow kare, as soon as 19,720 was broken, the selling pressure intensified and the market started going down, and we saw it going as low as 19,605. So the overall pressure is seen in the market. Final 15 minutes 30 minutes में जो recovery है वो monthly expiry के roll over के कारण recovery है. So you cannot really say with conviction या confidence कि ये कितना sustainable हुआ. लेकिन nevertheless, the low which is formed at around 19,615 is a very 605. 19,605 is a very important low. That you have to keep a watch on. अगर 19,600 वापस यहाँ से retest करता है और break करता है, which means कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, and we can see further lower levels on the market. So essentially this market is moving violently on either side, but still in a range. It is still stuck in a range as we were expecting. और net देखोगे तो last 4 दिन में market कहीं पे गया ही नहीं है. So let me now move on to the to the charts, and let me show you with respect to the time cycles what is looking, and we will then dwell into deeper on the concepts of wave theory. So यहाँ पर पहले चलते हैं चार्ट पे, एंड ब्लैंक चार्ट को देखते हैं. Let us just understand. Let me just hide across everything now. And by the way, we started with the mentorship session yesterday, and it was simply awesome. Really enjoying speaking with the mentees, the new mentees, I would say, and it's simply amazing. Are there participants here, the new ones? Are you with me right now? Okay, there are many of you, right? Okay, awesome. Great to see you, all of you. Rashmi, Rishikesh, Amit, Raja, awesome. चलिए, तो मार्केट में अभी ये थोड़ा सा एडवांस होगा आप लोगों के लिए भी, बट ठीक है, समझते हैं एक ब्लैंक चार्ट पे. इफ आई एम लुकिंग एट द डेली टाइम फ्रेम चार्ट, today's candle is essentially an outside candle. See, the most objective way of looking at the view of the market. कैसे व्यू बनाए? सबसे सिंपल तरीका व्यू बनाने का 3 कैंडलस्टिक रूल्स जो मैं हर टाइम आपको बताता हूँ. If you're looking at this screen, you can clearly see the overall view over here. Basis of this candle is bullish because we closed above the prior high, high above the prior high, and low above the prior low. So view तो bullish है. ये कैंडल जो बना है ये है आउटसाइड कैंडल. इसे हम कहते हैं outside candle. Now if you're looking at this outside candle, it does not change anything. It is a meaningless candle unless you see the follow-up candle. So जो follow-up candle बनेगा Friday का, अगर वो कैंडल इसके लो के नीचे बंद हो जाता है, which is 19,605 के नीचे अगर बंद होता है, that is the first sign यार डाउन ट्रेंड अभी चालू है. Okay, that's the first sign that the downtrend is continuing. जो सेलिंग प्रेशर आज के दिन में था वो काफी इंटेंसिफाई हुआ था लेटर पोस्ट 2 o'clock. सो सेलिंग तो बन रहा है मार्केट में. ओके, सो बट 605 के नीचे वी नो द सेलिंग विल कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम हियर ऑन. ओवरऑल इफ यू लुक एट दी 1 hour चार्ट, ओके 1 hour चार्ट अगर आप देखेंगे, जैसे कि मैंने बताया आज ओपन के बाद में not a single candle has actually closed above the prior candle high after the opening candle. एक भी candle prior high के ऊपर बंद नहीं हुआ. Very interestingly, this is candlestick profiling I am talking about. You can see some buying emerging here and buying emerging here. These are long shadows. इसे हम कहते हैं long shadows. So there is buying that we can see emerging from these lower levels at this point of time. But this buying is it really sustainable, or is it just because of the expiry hour closing that we had? That is a question mark right now. So tomorrow opening hour until 10:15 is going to be important. आज सुबह का एक टाइम साइकिल भी था, शॉर्ट टर्म टाइम साइकिल, which was on the buy side in the first half, and we got that buy on the upside, but it didn't sustain and we broke below the low, which means the cycle turned on the sell side, and this high should not be broken out until next 2 to 3 days. That is what we can make out by looking at the concept of time. Are you with me? So ये long shadows बना है नीचे में, buying emerge हो रही है. तो overall in a nutshell, when we expecting markets to be in a range, तो कौन सा indicator दोस्तों apply करना चाहिए? When we are now seeing that the market is stuck in a range. And if you remember, I've been talking about this when the first time Nifty broke that level. You should use Bollinger Band. Fantastic, Jayesh, Rashmi, Uday, Bhavesh. Absolutely. तो अगर हम Bollinger Bands यहाँ पर apply करेंगे, let me just apply Bollinger Bands right now. Okay, and open up the. So बहुत सारी lines है, उसे ignore करो आप. You just simply look at the bands. So if you are looking at the Bollinger Bands as of now, I'll hide the moving averages. I don't need the average. Okay, that's the Bollinger Bands. Prices, the bands have gone flat. Can you see that? Okay, and so Nifty trading using Bollinger Bands works best during sideways market movement. अगर आप देखेंगे, prices are moving violently, but only in a range. So why 19,605 is so crucial? Can you make out that now? Okay, are you with me? Can you make that out? Why it is so crucial? It is crucial, and because it is the lower end of the band. Okay, and also 19,605 I said. I didn't say 19,500. I said 19,605. That's the low. And on the upside, we know that 19,860, 19,860, 19,865, that's the high. And both of those move are within the band. यहाँ पर भी low और high इसके बीच में. And these are very tedious, tricky markets. And यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे, यहाँ पर this tricky market, the way to play this market is either to catch a reversal or possibly use an options. So options are a brilliant way to see the market and trade it. So right now, if I'm looking at only the candlestick part and price action with Bollinger Bands, I can say that the market is stuck in a range. Friday ka opening hour candle, if it breaks and closes below this low, that is an opportunity for me to get very aggressive On the selling side of the market, maybe you can buy put options or you can sell call options aggressively. Depends on what's your view further. If I see Nifty sustaining above the middle of the band, so the middle of the band is at 19,737, 19,740 बोलते हैं. तो अगर निफ्टी 19,740 के ऊपर आवरली क्लोज करता है, then we can have an expectation of it to go and test tag 19,840 levels. So कौन से लेवल्स हमें मिल गए यहाँ पर, जिसके बेसिस पे हम प्राइस एक्शन को ट्रेड कर सकते हैं विदाउट wave theory right now and without time cycle. 19,605, 19,740 and 19,840. So these are the three levels which will help me to take a trade for tomorrow. इसके नीचे hourly close, 1 hour close is important. 15 minutes whipsaw कर रहा है, मॉर्निंग में whipsaw किया. So I will now shift from 15 minutes to 1 hour close की whipsaw नहीं होना चाहिए. Volatility is increasing. Now this is basis of this. So if 19,740 के ऊपर hourly close चाहिए दोस्तों, खाली break नहीं, close होना चाहिए. If that hourly close happens about this level, I will then look forward for a drifting upward move. Drifting upward move अगर expectation है तो I will sell a put option. Or if I am buying a call option, I will sell out of the money call option also to create that hedge. Because move बहुत sharp आने की ताकत market से निकल गई है. This sharp up move, sharp down move में लोग confuse हो जाते हैं. In the state of confusion, it goes up down, but it does not head anywhere. That's a typical property of a triangle pattern. So now I am going to take you onto the chart of daily time frame for many who have been waiting for some days about what is the wave theory suggesting. What is the wave pattern suggesting? Now I am moving on to that concept. And अगर आप इसे YouTube पे देख रहे guys, so do ensure that you subscribe and like the channel. And if you want to see the complete video, download the app Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul and वहां पर आपको ये वीडियो completely मिल जाएगा. चलिए अभी आगे बढ़ते हैं यहाँ से एंड देखते हैं कि क्या हो रहा है वेव थियरी के बेसिस पे मार्केट में. So now what I'm going to do, all of you just try and understand from here is I'm just going to clear off the screen. And if I'm looking at the wave theory, I'm looking the entire movement that has happened. I'm going to hide the bends. I don't need the bends for wave theory. The entire move that we are seeing here is a complete diametric pattern. That is what we can make out. And this is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So diametric pattern क्या होता है? Okay, I'll just tell you. And where are we on the GPS of the market? Diametric pattern is a 7-legged correction. Okay, 7-legged correction, which is labeled as A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, in which G tend towards equality with A, E tend towards equality with C. This is a neo wave pattern, and neo wave is, guys, different than Elliott wave. Neo wave has more rules, more objectivity, I would say, and an advanced way you can say of Elliott wave. So this is wave E is tending towards equality with C, and F tend towards equality with B. So यहाँ पर अगर आप measure करोगे, this G was exactly equal to A, E was equal to C, and F was equal to B. बहुत ही clear cut indication है कि ये पूरा का पूरा जो pattern बना है वो एक diametric. This is a bow tie kind of a diametric pattern with a contraction and an expansion. This is how the bow tie diametric pattern looks like. Post this, the fall was just short-lived in the form of an X wave. Now, interestingly, this happened to be also the 55 days time cycle. Okay, this happens to be 55 days time cycle. Okay, that's interesting. Someone is trying to log into my Zoom account. Wow, that's something interesting. And I'm not sure who is trying to do that. Let me just check. Okay, and over here, if you check, we are in completing the X wave. After completing the X wave, we are right now rising on the form of wave A, which is complete here. Okay, the wave A is complete here. And for now, we are in wave B. So if you remember, I have told you even before the B wave was started last week that I'm expecting a triangle pattern to form. And so Nifty is forming triangle pattern after wave X as per Neo wave. And the most important part is the low of wave X is precisely on time cycle, 55 days span. So what is next basis of this? यहाँ पर so वो देखते हैं हम यहाँ पर अभी आगे क्या करना है on this basis. So we can see that after the G we have an X wave which formed. Are you able to see that? After this we have wave A that goes up, and right now we are in wave B. So we are here. So this is, as I say, the GPS of the market. Where are we? We are here in this GPS. Clear hai? So I'll just make a note. Where are we? We are here. अब यहाँ से क्या हो सकता है? The minimum requirement of a triangle as per Neo wave is that B wave should retrace ideal case scenario 50% of A wave, जो कि almost लगभग हो गया है. So that is done. Possibly देख के लग रहा है कि शायद ये B wave थोड़ा deep आ सकता है. So maybe हो सकता है कि यहाँ से हम थोड़ा और नीचे आए, B complete करें, and then we will again start going up. So my expectation, but Friday को price action देखना होगा. So remember, price action with Neo wave is important. So यहाँ पर possible है कि अगर ये low break हो गया, then we might be headed lower towards maybe 19,450 odd levels. वो hourly chart पे हम देखेंगे, and then we might again start moving on the upside. So this is wave A. Okay, I'll just remove these lines for clarity, and this can be wave B, and we can then again go up in the form of wave C, and triangle continues. So ये B wave के बाद जब C आएगा वो important है. Can this form not a triangle but a diametric? Possible. But can it be a start of a bigger downtrend? Looks unlikely as of now because the fall is slower. So wave A has taken say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, and we have already completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles and did not break the low of it. So Neo wave has a concept which is known as a two-stage confirmation. Okay, two-stage confirmation क्या होता है? It's a concept which suggests कि market अगर last rising segment को faster निकाल देगा. Okay, the last rising segment, if it is taken out faster, we can say that the overall trend on the opposite side has started. But यहाँ पर वो हुआ नहीं है, which means ये जो down trend है ये medium term up trend में ही है. Are you with me? So as long as the low of this cycle is intact, I am still looking from a medium term perspective to create long positions. But short term trading के लिए I might still be bearish. लोग confused हो जाते हैं. These are two different time frames I am talking about. Short term में अगर 19,600 निकला, I will be bearish by way of selling call options. The reason being, downward move is not very sharp and fast. It's going down. Of course, intraday में कर सकते हैं, लेकिन positionally 2-3 दिन के लिए कॉल बेचना ज्यादा बेटर है, पैसा बन रहा है. और अगर sharp down move आ गया 19,400 के नीचे, then we will see what changed. Okay, now I will take you to the 1 hour time frame. Shall we do that? देखना है 1 hour पे Neo wave count क्या है. And cycle is very crucial. So I know where I will change my stand strongly bearish from medium term is below this level, because that's my cycle low followed by this cycle low. वो तो बहुत दूर है, तो फिलहाल तो यही cycle low है. Okay, let me now go on 1 hour chart and we will see the internals on 1 hour time frame कि यार क्या लग रहा है 1 hour chart के ऊपर. Okay, and यहाँ पर देखेंगे बहुत क्लियरली ये एक चैनल है जो कि ब्रेक हो चुका था. सो दिस वाज अ जीरो. गाइस, डू यू रिमेंबर आई टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस ट्रेंड लाइन बीन ब्रोकन लास्ट वीकेंड? जब मैंने बात की थी ये जीरो भी ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेक हो गया, मतलब कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. रिमेंबर दैट? तो वही चल रहा है, कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ, मार्केट साइडवेज ही रह गया, नीचे ऊपर कहीं नहीं गया. ओके, दैट्स द रीजन. सो व्हाट आर वी लुकिंग एट नाउ if we are seeing this kind of a move as of now? So यहां पर अगर हम देखेंगे जो हमारा वेव काउंट है, लेट मी जस्ट शो इट अक्रॉस टू यू फ्रॉम हियर. सो दिस वाज ए बी सी डी, ये ई था, ये एफ था, ये जी था. ओके, एंड हमने अभी यहां पर वेव जी कंप्लीट किया. After G completion, this is where we marking the X, this is where we marking the A, and this is where the B is going on as of now. And this fall was only A of B. This will become like a much smaller degree. This was a B of B, and right now we are in C. Since this B has taken lesser time than A, this is not forming a zigzag. This is forming some other pattern, maybe triangle, maybe diametric, I don't know. So B wave is still ongoing. I don't think B is complete unless we see break back above this zero B trend line. Guys, are you understanding? People who have been a part of Master of Waves, are you understanding what I'm talking about? Or the mentees? बाकी लोगों को थोड़ा सा difficult होगा, because what I am doing is pure scientific approach as per wave theory. Okay, so Sudipto is saying it's rocking. Okay, thanks. So this becomes my जीरो बी ट्रेंड लाइन. तो निफ्टी अगर 19800 क्रॉस कर जाएगा, देन आई कैन से यार ये करेक्शन ओवर हो रहा है. दैट्स अ फर्स्ट स्टेज कंफर्मेशन, एंड अबाउट दिस लेवल आई गेट अ सेकंड स्टेज कंफर्मेशन कि बॉस डाउन ट्रेंड ओवर, अप ट्रेंड स्टार्टेड. और सोचने वाली क्या है बात मालूम है? ओके, यहां पर बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग चैनल है और वहीं से रिवर्स हुआ है. सो चैनल वर्क्स लाइक मैजिक. सो इवन यस्टरडे इन मेंटरशिप आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज प्राइस एक्शन एरियाज एंड द चैनल, हाउ टू ड्रॉ दैट करेक्टली. Abhi is asking, can we get recording of this? Yes, this recording will be in my app, Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul app. On YouTube अगर आप देखेंगे तो इसका थोड़ा सा ही वर्जन है. नियो वेव टाइम साइकिल इज प्योरली इन द फ्री वीडियो सेक्शन, मेनू में फ्री मटेरियल में मिलेगा. So let's come back to the point. ये zero B trend line है. So I know if 19800 gets broken, I am bullish because zero B trend line is broken. If 19600 gets broken, I am bearish. Until then, enjoy the sideways grind. To enjoy the sideways grind, 800 के ऊपर देखेंगे तो 840 पे हमारा बॉलिंगर बैंड्स भी है. So which means 19840 से लेके 19600 का रेंज है. अगर ओपनिंग आवर में मार्केट ये रेंज को प्रोटेक्ट करता है, फ्राइडे को वी विल बी सिंपली लुकिंग फॉर साइडवेज एक्शन, नो ट्रेंड. एंड इफ इट ब्रेक्स, आई नो वी आर हेडेड मच लोअर with a very important support of 19400. Am I making sense, guys? Every one of you? समझ में आया कि मैं क्या बात कर रहा हूं? आपको कैसे देखना है मार्केट को by looking at this concept of wave theory and how to go about it and how to look at it. Awesome. तो अभी दोस्तों एक और चीज है, अगर आप यहाँ पर कोई भी क्वेरी है, आई नॉट बी एबल टू आंसर देम अनलेस यू नो वेव थियरी. तो अगर वेव थियरी के ऊपर क्वेरी है तो यू कैन आस्क मी. And I'm also going to be, we have started with the mentorship program yesterday. It's amazing. We have BMW starting, which is option trading using technical analysis program. Along with that, we have Master of Waves happening in September. तो अगर आप options एक ऐसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट है ना दोस्तों, अगर आप उसे सही तरीके से कंबाइन कर सको, so if you can look at options, combine that options very correctly and prudently, trust me, you will be able to do a lot more than you can already think of. Okay, so you can be a part of this BMW program, which covers both option trading, plus it covers, along with option trading, it covers a very clear got wave theory, which happens in August. So option trading program starts in August, 19/20th, and the Master of Waves happens on 16/17 September. So you can be a part of this, and my colleague will share the link in case you want to be a part of this program, and you will simply love what we do there. And it's simply amazing. So she will share across. So ये wave theory है ना यार, अगर I'll tell you honestly, if I do not know wave theory, I cannot do trading or time cycle. तो मेरे जो setups है, it is derived out of wave theory plus time cycles combined together. लेकिन अगर आप देखोगे तो मैं I do not ignore price action, I do not ignore channels, trend lines. These are the most basic thing that even wave theory, wave practitioners should use. So the GPS of the market is clearly suggesting where we are right now, and basis of that I derive my option trades. But option trades के लिए आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कब hedge करना है, option ride कैसे करना है. We even discussed about how to trade volatility based stop loss in this mentorship program, and it was simply awesome. So you can simply do these kind of things, and यहाँ पर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कल ही मैं मेंटरशिप में बता रहा था कि रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इज द ओनली थिंग दैट यू कैन कंट्रोल. लोग प्रॉफिट्स और टारगेट्स की बात करते हैं, मैं रिस्क मैनेजमेंट की बात करता हूं, बिकॉज रिस्क इज द ओनली थिंग दैट इज इन योर कंट्रोल. बाकी तो मार्केट के ऊपर है ना यार, कि उसे क्या देना है आपको. मार्केट का मूड नहीं है कुछ देने का, तो आप कितना भी मेहनत कर लो पैसा नहीं बनेगा. द ओनली थिंग यू कैन मैनेज इज द रिस्क. So it's important. So guys, do ensure that you are part of this wonderful BMW program in case you want to be learning about how to trade the markets, combining with options, combining that along with that, looking at the entire concepts of wave theory, and Elliott wave and Neo wave is different. Any questions, please? Okay, I'm open for questions. See, in Krishna Power, I would suggest that you can be a part of. So lifetime support is only for the mentees. Lifetime support is for the mentees, I would say. And for option trading, do not worry. Even if you do the option trading program, you will learn something very clear-cut strategy, which will be there. You can also tweet your charts across to me, and it's going to be very interesting. So Krishna, you can be a part of this program. That's not a problem. And private channel mein entry ke liye, you have to be a mentee. So okay, that's interesting. Must have lost money today. निशित, कौन से साइड पे, मतलब लॉन्ग साइड पे कि शॉर्ट साइड पे, कैसे? What's the question? And a 85-week cycle average low says something about it. 85-week cycle पे आ गए आप. 85-week cycle का लो तो जून के स्टार्ट में ही बन गया, वहां से मोमेंटम बना. इनफैक्ट जून के स्टार्ट में, it formed around in April. It formed a little earlier in April, and that's from where the momentum started. And that's why the momentum started, because 85-week cycle is pushing prices higher. That's why the momentum started. Shivam is asking, what is wave theory? Okay, so the wave theory is like a GPS, right? I showed you the GPS. So agar, if you know what is the GPS of the market, like I showed you, कि हम कितना matured है. So wave theory essentially will help you to understand where is the what is the maturity of the trend. Okay, अगर आपको point A से point B जाना है, then you might have to see that what is the GPS suggesting, right? So Elliott wave is essentially giving you how mature the trend is. Is it about to reverse? Has it reversed? How much can it go? Where can it go? And how will it go? So it becomes very easy. So now once you have the blueprint, which I says this is the blueprint ready, then you just have to see if the market is doing what the blueprint suggested. If not, change your blueprint, not the market, right? So that's how the wave theory is. But there is a certain rules, techniques that you have to use to count these waves. And Neo wave is more like an advance of Elliott wave. It has more rules to define a pattern, more objective, diametric pattern, like I was talking about earlier, is a part of neo wave, and it's developed by Glenn. It has two-stage confirmation for us to know यार trend reverse हो गया. So in this week, when everyone was super bullish or super bearish, I was saying यार sideways होगा market, मतलब range में रहेगा, या intraday में buy sell मिल सकता है, लेकिन broader range में ही घूमेगा. I in fact gave the levels also of 19580 I think last time, broad range में बता रहा हूँ, and ऊपर में around 19950 जो Gann levels के आसपास है, and that is very very important, and that's what the wave theory is. So wave theory, you know what pattern is forming. If you know the pattern is forming, you can trade options now. अगर पता है यार ट्राइंगल बनने वाला है तो आप ऑप्शंस में कुछ कर सकते हो, ऑफ कोर्स. अगर पता है मार्केट ऊपर जा सकता है, मोमेंटम कम है, you can form some option strategy. Along with that, you can club in the open interest profile to see which profile, where are the big players active. So that will help us to understand यार big players are very active at 20,000 or 19,900. So हमें पता है यार मतलब कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. So this way you combine these techniques. But essentially, see, if when I'm trading as a trader, my main engine is Elliott wave and time cycle. These are the two main engines basis of which I take the trades. Along with this Elliott wave, I plug in different parts of price action, of open interest profile, along with KST and Bollinger Bands. So once I plug in, I know yaar ye view hai, and then these signals help me to execute the trade. Can I do only wave theory and nothing else? Of course, you can do that. You can only use wave theory and you might not want to use anything else. Can I do only with time and nothing else? You can do that. So it's up to you. लेकिन यार अगर पता है दूसरी टेक्निक्स भी, तो क्यों ना क्लब करके थोड़ा सा कन्विक्शन और इंक्रीज करे. That's how I trade. But you can use only candlestick and trade well. Who knows? You can become a wonderful trader, a big trader, by just looking at price action, because price is talks so much. भाव भगवान से, आपको प्राइस देखना है, आपको और कुछ नहीं, प्राइस देखे you can do that. Is it possible to unconsistently profit? Yes. If you are trading options, especially if you are trading on the sell side of options, it is possible to have a passive source of income, is what I can say. Okay. Is it interesting? ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी के बारे में अभी मैं नहीं बात कर पाऊंगा, हमने बहुत बातचीत की थी कल मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम में, सो व्हिच स्टार्टेड यस्टरडे, द मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम. सो ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी फिलहाल तो अभी आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट. ओके, ऑसम गाइस. सो ये था मार्केट का व्यू. कल का दिन, मॉर्निंग फर्स्ट आवर कैंडल इज इंटरेस्टिंग, व्हिच विल सेट द टोन फॉर द डे एंड मे बी द कमिंग वीक. अगर रेंज ब्रेक नहीं हुआ, साइडवेज में रह गया, तो भी अच्छा ट्रेड मिलेगा. शॉर्ट ट्रायंगल, रेंज नीचे का ब्रेक हो गया तो शॉर्ट कॉल ऑप्शंस और बाय पुट्स. ऊपर का 840 अगर ब्रेक हुआ, टाइम टू गो लॉन्ग. सो until then, enjoy the sideways action. That's the view. Is it clear, every one of you? Awesome, guys. Then be a part of this wonderful BMW program if you want to, and it's going to be simply amazing. And thank you everyone for joining in. If you're liking these sessions, so do ensure you are subscribing to me on YouTube, following my Twitter, and do spread across the word. Thank you very much. Ashish Kyal signing off.